Here, I'll raise this. So I have a character of this group. I've defined this group, and their intersection is of codimension 1. And you have a character of this group. How do you define a character of this group? Well, there's this big intersection. Just take the same character on that and declare that they have the same differential, and that practically does it. And that cuts you down to this defines chi prime, and the number of chi primes which satisfy this, there are exactly 1 or 2 of them, and that's the Cayley transform. Does that make sense? Yeah. Oh, sorry. SL2 alpha. It's the subgroup of G with root system just alpha. And you just take it's the little copy of SL2 generated by alpha. Like in GL, it's a little A, B, C, D. Did I include Cartan in it? Make it, anyway.
Yes.
I think it's better to, yeah. A1, So anytime you have a root, you can take a copy of SL2 generated by that root. On the Lie algebra level, it's generated by X alpha and X minus alpha. Okay? And so, just think of it in GLN, for example. You have a little SL2 here. Let me write down an example like that. Well, probably GL is not the perfect example, but well, actually, let me do UNN maybe. So you have e to the I theta 1 dot e to the I theta n, e to the minus I theta. No?
E to the I phi 1.
Oh, sorry, thank you. E to the I phi 1 dot e to the I phi n. That's the compact Cartan in UNN. Okay? Now, let's say that I choose
Take the middle one.
yeah, the middle root. Take this root here. If I take the root alpha, take the middle root. You'll see what I mean. The new Cartan that you get looks like this: e to the I theta 1 e to the I theta n minus 1. A, B, C, D, e to the I phi 2, down to e to the I phi n, where this thing here is a little copy of C cross. So the root is this root connecting these two coordinates. You draw a box around them, and you pretend that you're just working in SL2 or GL2. And in SL2, you know what to do. You replace this compact Cartan with a Cartan which is split one more dimension. That gives you a copy of C cross. And so this is a new Cartan, which this new Cartan is S1. This Cartan was S1 to the 2n. And I get a new Cartan, which is S1 to the 2n minus 2 cross C cross. This Cartan has split rank 0, and this Cartan has split rank 1. And if you iterate this process, you can get all the Cartans from the compact Cartan. And then the part about the characters is, suppose I gave you a character of this Cartan. I might as well finish what I'm saying. I'm not going to try and write it down precisely, but if on this Cartan you had the character A1 through AN, B1 through BN, by that I mean it takes this thing to e to the I a1 theta 1 plus, plus a2 theta 2 plus da 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 b n phi n. That's the character of this carton. What's the character of this carton? Well, you take the same character on all the theta stuff. It's e to the I theta 1 plus e to the I a1 theta 1 plus a n minus 1 theta n minus 1 plus b2 phi 2 plus da 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 b n phi n. You just take the same character out here, and then you do this funny little thing in here, and I have no idea what it is. Whatever. Something on the ABCD term. I could figure it out, but I won't try and do it on the fly. But it reduces to SL2. Once you've figured out how to do it for SL2, this reduces it to SL2. So, by the way, this is an operation that does not exist, or at least not as cleanly, as far as I know, for p-adic groups. You can't, if you have a representation of a p-adic group, I don't know of any way to move around to get other representations from it by this kind of operation. And there should be something.
So you can do this with p-adic SL2? Because the whole point is that it takes longer to find the roots and let's look at the SL2.
Yeah, but I don't know how to go from a supercuspidal representation of SL2 to a principal series. I mean, maybe there is a way. I don't know. Well, you don't, yeah. But maybe from a discrete series to a principal series.
So from a non-supercuspidal.
Yeah, so excuse me, like from the Steinberg. But, yeah.
I don't know where energy levels are, but I was going to say that something that would be fun. I mean, the topic here has been how do you tell these various discrete series apart? And I think the best answer is in their restrictions to K. So,
Yes.
I don't know whether.
Yeah, I can do a quick example of that, I think.
I mean, what happens in U21 is very clear.
Actually, yeah, okay, let me try. The coordinates, Annegret might have to help me with the coordinates. G is U21, set P, set. There are three discrete series. Actually, let's just print a block of the trivial representation of G. There are 6 representations in this block, and the first 3 are discrete series. And there's only one which is large, and then there are these other 2 which are kind of similar. They have a single compact root and a single non-compact root. And what was it? Sorry, let's set P. So here's the lowest K type of B bracket 0. And so there's just a question of coordinates here. This is a 3-dimensional representation.
So these are nearly human coordinates, but you have to think of the Hermitian form as signature plus, minus, plus.
It's actually, let's try this. Huh? Yeah, well, which element is it? 2? Thank you. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry, I got this in the wrong place. highest weight of,
Lowest K type.
so what, at highest weight KGB G2 of B bracket 0? No. Tell me what the type of Honegret, please.
I have to try it out every time.
What?
I have to try it out.
Yeah, I think it's
LKT produces a
LKT of B bracket 0.
That's a pair consisting of a KGB element and.
Right, and I should be able to say highest weight of mu. And I should be able to say highest weight of KGB G2 of mu. It's just had it in the wrong order. There we go. Is that better? Oh yeah, this is the right coordinates. Okay, so here's what we do. We do lowest K type of B bracket 0, B bracket 1.
Is there some way to
B
honor?
bracket not this late in the afternoon. Yeah, okay. So the group here is U21. And K is equal to U2 cross U1. And there's a question of getting the right coordinates. And Annegret is going to talk about this another day, so I don't want to belabor it, but let's just say we figured it out. And these are the human coordinates. So representation number 0 has lowest K type, 1, -1, tensor 0. And number 1 has lowest K type, -1, -1, tensor 2. And number 2 is 1, 1, -2, I assume? Yeah, 1, 1, tensor -2. And this is on U2 cross U1.
Those are the lowest we have.
Those are the lowest K type, yep. And notice, these are one-dimensional. The dimension of our K type of U2 is the difference of the coordinates plus 1. So this is three-dimensional, one-dimensional, and one-dimensional. And maybe I'll just do one last command and then let everybody go home. Now, Raphael, I apologize I didn't get to the but I really want to do it. So maybe, are you going to, I'll talk to you, but if we don't get to it today, let's talk tomorrow. Okay. Print, branch, reducible, long, B bracket 0. Where do I put the X? Not here? All right, whatever, I won't bother. 20. Too hard a number. So we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves, but everybody here I think is familiar with thinking about a representation restricted to K. And the hard part is the coordinates. And I'm not going to try and explain them here, but what this says is these are all of the K types of this discrete series number 0 up to height 10. And I think it's this height function that David was talking about. And, well, these coordinates are a little funny, but here are the dimensions. And can't do this. KGBO in the middle. There we go. So that's even in nice human coordinates. So these are the K types of this representation. Ignore that S. They're all multiplicity 1, 0 from this. And anyway, we can this is how you compute the restriction to K of any representation.
The interesting thing about this family is that it's a sort of two-dimensional family. The number of things of each height is growing. I mean, if you went to height 15, yeah, you see that you get this huge pile of stuff with height of 12. But if you do the same thing for, you just did it, great.
Yeah, so you see these other discrete series, they're much smaller. These are actually ladder representations. Yeah, so the k-types of discrete series number 0, they lie in a cone like this, where this is the lowest k-type. But for discrete series number 1 and also number 2, they lie along the line. And the height is roughly the cross section of this cone. Oh yeah, absolutely. So these are all multiplicity 1, and the dimensions are listed here. 1, 2, 3,
The
4.
multiplicities are the first numbers.
Yeah, this number right here is a multiplicity. They're all 1 in this case.
The dimension is the last.
The second to last number is the dimension, and the last number is the height.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of being a ladder is very clear in the dimension things for the last output. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That sounds like a ladder.
No, it goes up just by 1. Thank you. Say the, yeah, can you get the camera back? Yes, I will say the output. Print block. So there's this, it's this notion of block, which we haven't discussed. It's if you